hold it, and release your breath.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You did it!
Yes!
Oh God, that hurts so bad.
7 years ago, I got my nipples pierced. This was both a completely impulsive decision and something I actually really wanted to do. But honestly, when that college refund check hits, you just feel like the most powerful human being on the planet. Now, I'm not a piercer or medical professional, but I have had my piercings for 6 years. So I feel like I'm pretty qualified to give you advice. Now, let's take a moment to let that sink in. This is more for me than it is for you, because I am having a hard time even comprehending that it was 6 years ago, because it doesn't even feel that long ago, guys. Like, I was a freshman in college 6 years ago. I'm gonna be saying this in like 20 years, just as shook. Oh my God. But if you're thinking about getting your nipples pierced, or you're just curious about learning more, here are some tips and tricks on aftercare, everything you need to know, and how I feel and felt in that moment. From the footage that I started with, you're probably wondering, from a scale of 1 to 10, how painful would I rank that? I am going to give them 2 separate rankings because they are 2 separate entities. The first boob, I would say 7 out of 10. The second boob, which is the one that you saw me get pierced in that video, I would rate 7.5 to 8, only because your adrenaline is not rushing as much, and so you feel it more. Before the needle goes through your nipple, they actually use a clamp to hold it still and steady. This is to make sure that it goes straight through and it's even. You have no problems. And this is not an even. You would, if I was your piercer, you'd be. But basically the clamp squeezes your nipple to the point where circulation, who is she? To me personally, I think that was more uncomfortable than the needle itself. You're so distracted by the tightness of the clamp and it really gripping your nipple in a chokehold that you don't really think about the needle. Like, you're just like, oh, okay. Like, the needle pain will shock you, yes, but the clamp, from what I remember, the needle really just felt like a slight pinch, then a burning sensation, and then it was over. The pain you feel is all relative to your pain tolerance. What hurts me may not hurt you, or what hurts you may not hurt me. The cost can range from $30 to $80, $10 to $15 extra if you decide to buy the cleaning products at the shop. It also depends on where you go, because some places are cheaper than others. Like, for example, if you're on a college campus and you decide to go to the local tattoo parlor, they may be more expensive because guess what? College campus, they love taking your money. But now that you know that, keep your money in your pockets. Go somewhere else. If you're watching this and you just got this done, congrats. You just got consensually stabbed through the nipple. After any consensual stabbing, you're gonna need some TLC. Your skin is very important, guys. It's your main protection against infection, okay? We gotta keep it clean. And the healing process for nipples is a fairly long process. It could take up to 6 to 9 months and a year to fully heal. Just like your pain tolerance, this is something that can vary from person to person too. But until your body decides to heal this piercing, you're stuck with barbells, honey. It's so fresh after the first couple weeks that you get it. So the aftercare is very crucial. You don't want to get any infections, so that imagining an infection in my nipple makes me not even want to get the piercing, but I already have it and it's totally fine. It's really not that bad. You don't want to get an infection. After you get pierced, your piercer should give you a piece of paper with aftercare instructions. Please, I advise you to follow those instructions very closely if you happen to lose the paper, and that's the reason why you're watching this video.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
First step is you'll want to rinse it every single day. I usually did it once when I woke up and then once before I went to bed. Keeping it on that type of schedule made it real easy, real simple, real quick. All you have to do is take a Q-tip or a cotton cloth, whichever one works best for you, and you just put saline solution on it, and yeah. That was me cleaning my nipple in the most PG. Would you consider that PG? PG-13 way? Just soak it with saline solution and be really gentle. It will hurt the first couple weeks or the first couple of times you do this. Like, you will get used to it, but it's gonna sting. Again, you just got consensually stabbed. On top of this, you're gonna wanna soak your nipple in sea salt. So you're gonna wanna take a small cup, and I recommend a Dixie cup because it perfectly, like, is on top of your nipple. You'll want to hold it there for 5 minutes, and I know that sounds like such a long time, but there are ways to pass the time. Like you can listen to music, you can watch TV on your phone, or you can even FaceTime your man and let him in on the sexy process. Wear loose clothes or no bra during the day. My dog's outside my door. Wear loose clothes during the day or go braless. The friction from your clothes will irritate your piercings. Sometimes it doesn't bother people. Like for me personally, I didn't find like wearing a bra that painful or really bother me at all. So I continued to wear bras. I would just suggest wearing sports bras because normal bras can really get caught, and I will not lie to you, it getting caught feels like the end of the fucking world. Shoot, I got my nipples pierced 6 years ago, and I got my nipple caught on my bra earlier today. I'm not even gonna front. I got it caught earlier today. And granted, it didn't hurt like it used to, but it still shocked me. Not only can tight clothes create horrible friction, but it can also prevent your piercing from getting air, and that's just as important. Your piercing needs to breathe, okay? It needs to heal. Not having proper ventilation or airflow within this area will cause problems later on. So just be careful about that. On the contrary, at night, you're gonna wanna wear a bra when you go to sleep because it getting caught on something is a life or death situation, guys. It's not pleasant. You wanna do the best to avoid it. This makes it even more important for you to take your time while you're getting dressed because you can have another snag situation. Remember, the turtle won the race, okay? Take your time, use your mind, be patient, no rush. Fabrics can easily pull or damage, tear, and rip open your skin. And while you do this phenomenal job at taking care of your piercing, you'll also notice that sometimes while you're cleaning it, you'll see blood or there will be crust forming around the opening. Don't freak out. Even though it's gross, it's completely normal. This is what your body does when it's just trying to heal itself. Infection is still possible though, so if any pain persists or bleeding or whatever is just excessive, go see a medical professional or feel free to go ask your piercer some more questions. That's what they're there for and what their job is. So don't be shy. That's always an option. To me, switching out the ring is super easy. It doesn't hurt at all. The hardest piercing I have to take out and switch is my nose ring. I end up crying every single time, but with my nipples, it's literally like a in-out process, 3 seconds. Changing out your piercing shouldn't be hard, but I do know a couple of people who have had issues and aren't able to change out their rings on their own. So again, that's another thing that varies from person to person. But if you do have issues, go back to your piercer. They will change it happily for you. Remember, it will not be ready to be changed until it's fully healed. So don't try it. Scarring is inevitable. I mean, it comes with every single piercing. If I move this around, like you can just see the consequences of getting a piercing, okay? But just because scarring is inevitable, you still need to watch out for things like keloids. So that means wherever you get pierced, whether it be your nipples, your nose, your ears, doesn't matter where, even for tattoos, look out for any bulging or thickening of the skin because you could be forming a keloid and that's not what you want. Fun fact, you can still breastfeed while having nipple piercings. It does not get in the way. It does not cause any complications. That's super rare. Feel weird at first, but you should be fine. But it's understandable why you would take them out just because, I don't know. I would be paranoid as a mom. I wouldn't be worried about the feeling of the piercing. I would just be more worried about if I had like barbells on, it like unraveling and my baby swallowing it. But complications are rare. I don't know what y'all's first thought would be, but choking hazard seems like a choking hazard. If you decide to take out your nipple piercing, whether it's for breastfeeding or you just simply don't want it anymore, it heals pretty fast. Another thing I would like to debunk is people thinking that your nipples are always hard when you get your nipples pierced. That is so not true. Yes, they will be more pronounced, but it's not like my boobs reside in Alaska. And as for the area becoming more sensitive, yes and no. This is another thing where everybody's different. Nipple piercings do have the chance of making the area more sensitive. It also has the chance of being the same, and I fall into the category of it being the same. Like, it's no big deal. I just have a barbell through my nipple. Like, that's it. The most important key takeaway from this is even if you feel really good about your piercing and you've had it for 3 months, the bleeding stopped, the crust has stopped, Do not neglect cleaning it. Do not neglect the aftercare rules. As we've discussed, your nipples are a very sensitive part of your body. Neglect can lead to problems. So until fully healed, just don't experiment with your body. Experiment by getting other piercings and tattoos, but not with the healing process. Let's not do that. Well, that's everything, I think, I hope. If not, comment down below if you have any questions. That's all I have for you guys today. If you got nipple piercings, enjoy them. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys next time. Namaste, have a nice day. Oh, and keep mouths off your boob, okay? You nasty.